This is Team 3, heading to... Calm down, man. Count your breath.
And I'm back with my commentary series. This time it's Mars1, aka French Resistance. I'll be playing the Mars chapter as
Tango's on the ground.
Exterminator with Claymores. I decided to do it on this chapter because this is probably the chapter where Claymores are most effective. Which isn't saying much. But it's not like Molotovs are super good either, so I don't think it makes a huge difference really.
I have a visual on the pharmacy.
Anyways, this is considered one of the hardest maps in the game, which I think is fair enough. It is somewhat hard. It has a super annoying bug at the end where I'm not 100% sure what it is. I think it's if a cutter gets downed, he insta-dies and the mission is over. Super annoying bug. It's extra annoying because it's at the very end. I mean, it would... It would be easier to live with if it was something that could bug out within the first minute.
We need those meds. Keep searching.
Anyways, not really a lot to say about the first parts. I lowered my field of view for this. Not for this game, just in this game I have a lower field of view. It's 110. I usually use 120. And if it's like if I'm try-harding, I use 130, which is max. I sprint into the door on purpose to get the lurker out. It doesn't always work, but that's also a method to get lurkers out. If you can sprint near them, you can sometimes alert them from a distance.
Let's get this over with.
But
that's it. We got enough.
Having a high field of view is a big advantage in this game.
All teams, swarm incoming. Return to base now.
Which is also why I think I am somewhat I am excited to try the first-person mode when Afterlife comes out, but I think it will be much harder than in third person. And here the medic does what can only be called the medic classic, which is stim and run away without trying to help teammates. That's always nice to see. I always deal, well, I try to check this whole area as there's lots of spots for breaching charges and everything, but I also want to deal with the round of specials you usually get here before we get to the first defense where we have to set up, because I don't want to have to deal with them while we're setting up. Oh yeah, and here I noticed that they had already started, so I'm really in a hurry. I am very busy for this setup when I'm playing with Claymores. I recommend using at least one breaching charge here. You might as well use 2 really and just save 1 for the end. The one you save for the end I would use to open the container at the end where you... The container at the end, yeah. There's only 2 doors. You can't misinterpret which one I mean.
They're coming from the street.
But I always open the one you saw me open, which has a tier 3 weapon, or the wonderful crossbow or advanced combat weapon, a heavy weapon, a equipment bag, and a box. The other one has 2 defense kits and a heavy weapon and a box, I think. So I guess I would recommend opening it over the container at the end, because that only has 2 heavy weapons and... No, that only has 2 defense kits and a heavy weapon. As a DPS class, if you get a good long-range tier 3 weapon, you should be able to control the hordes pretty well, as in preventing them from... preventing the team from getting overrun. Shotgun is okay here, but a battle rifle or bullpup would have been a lot better. I use Cloak and Dagger on my Exterminator instead of temporary health. I guess there is an argument that I sometimes get the zombies and specials to chase my team instead of me when I get masking, but I try to use masking as a great opportunity to help my team by taking care of specials while I'm masked, or like masking to me is a great chance to catch up if you're behind. So if you're under a lot of pressure, a few seconds of masking can help take that pressure off you, and position yourself so you can kill bulls or whatever easily. I guess I should really use the pistol for this part, because I usually have ammo problems for the final on this map. And I know when I show up with like almost empty primary, that I am gonna have a problem with having enough ammo for the final. I use my primary 90 something% of the time. That's probably too low. 98, 97 maybe? I don't know. But I use my primary for almost everything. So I often run out of ammo, which can be a problem. Or which is a problem. And I might as well have gotten through this part just using the pistol.
Jeremy, moving through the Modern Art Museum. I found something.
I mean, it's, what do I have, like 30% ammo?
Mine set.
I also prefer having a long-range weapon for this. Maybe
We've
after
reached
you've
the
defended the
square.
van,
Has
the
team two arrived?
shotgun is the best weapon, but nah, I still prefer a long-range weapon. And here I'm also in a hurry because I want to open this.
Look at this.
Because it has 2 defense kits and a heavy weapon. And I want to find out where the van is coming so I can set up.
Claymore down.
I always want to have a stationary gun at the back for the absolute last part, as in when the cutters have left and you're just defending until the van picks you up. I want a stationary gun for that because I'm often low on ammo, and it's my impression that I'm not the only one who's low on ammo. So I want a stationary gun down at the end, for the end. And then I'll use that for defending the van, the one I just put up. Where to put your claymores on this map couldn't be much more obvious. I remember thinking, is he gonna stand there for this? But luckily he moves almost right away. Shouldn't that lurker have been killed by the explosion? I feel like he should. Usually don't have a problem when the van arrives at this end. Sometimes you can have some problems because of sometimes the specials don't just come from the side, sometimes they come from behind, and that can give some problems. But if you're defending down at this end, it's usually very messy.
You're putting us all in danger.
Especially because if you're defending this end, it really helps if the support players play support, so the DPS players can play DPS, but that just almost never happens. So it's usually messy in that end. But I try just to keep control of the middle when I play this map with Claymores. Also a bit depending on what other people are doing and where the cutters are.
We're exposed out here. Get the boxes to the van.
The safest thing for this map is to let the cutters finish and go back into the van and then deliver the crates. Which it depends on how strong the team I'm on is. If it's a strong team, I just deliver the crates while they're cutting. Whereas if I think it's a team on the weaker side, I wait until the cutters are done, because that's safer. However, waiting until the cutters are done can lead to, like, you're gonna have more of an ammo problem because you'll spend a few minutes more. It doesn't take much longer, but at least a couple of minutes. 3-4 minutes maybe? I'm not sure exactly how much longer it is, but you are gonna use some ammo for those minutes, so and here we are done. It's from when the cutters enter the van. There's a very short time before the last wave comes, so you're really in a hurry here. I really should have grabbed another weapon there, because my primary is half empty, and I'm gonna run out of ammo on it.
Swarm coming from the street.
I just spammed that because I see there is one down here, which I think has 2 rockets, but it only has 1, because someone else has picked it up at some point. I didn't notice that, so I wasted a rocket just because I thought I had 2, and we were almost done. And as you can see, I'm about to run out of ammo on my primary. That happened there. And here I think I'm gonna do the Indiana Jones against the guy with the sword. But that's when I find out that I don't have any more rockets. But it worked out anyway. Pretty good game. Besides the victory stemming, besides the medic stemming himself and running away, people played pretty decent, I would say. We had pretty decent control and not a lot of problems, so yeah, good game.